everybody, and welcome to today's video where we talk about this week's new comic book releases. So, you may notice that we're wearing our masks. We're going to go ahead and wear our masks throughout the entire video because here at Rick's Comic City, both in Clarksville and Nashville and the PX, we require everyone who comes in to wear a mask.
It is back to being a mandate within the county. And we appreciate you guys so much when you come in and you have them on. It keeps us safe. It keeps you safe. It keeps our families safe. And we do offer, if you can't, for some reason, can't wear a mask, we do offer curbside. You can always call us. We can find anything for you over the phone. We have many customers who do that as well. So please don't worry about getting your books or getting anything on time because we'll be able to help you no matter what, whether you message us on the Facebook or call us.
So, with that said, we're going to get started with this week's new comics.
Yes.
So,
do you want me to go ahead and talk about this one?
yes.
Okay. So this book is called Cutting Edge, The Siren Song. It is from Titan Comics. The writer is Francesco Dimitri. The art is Mario Alberti, and the cover art is actually Butch Guice. This is basically Tomb Raider meets the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It is about people brought together by a clandestine corporation. The world's greatest minds are set on a challenge of epic proportions. Okay, so this is what we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
The dodecathlon? I don't know. I think dodecahedron is what I think of.
That's the word I see. When
A lot of challenges. Unlikely alliances are made in order to fulfill the quest and uncover the mysterious truth behind it all. But as the conspiracy is unveiled, how many people will actually survive? This is a very involved thriller. It's got very detailed art. It's very intricate. You'll get absorbed in this one. Mm-hmm. I can definitely say that.
And this is one that if you like your comics having a whole lot of words, this is one for you for sure.
Yeah, big story.
However, if you're the opposite and you don't like your comic having a lot of words, then we have Kick-Ass versus Hit Girl. Yep. Now, you might be looking and you're like, what? Kick-Ass isn't a girl. Kick-Ass is a girl. She became a girl in the last series. I believe this one is kind of a continuation after that because it's a new story arc. Oh, hold on. Rewind. The writer is Steve Niles. The artist is Marcello Fruchin. And the cover art, there was a bunch of different covers, so I'm not going to claim that this is by John Romita, because I don't think it is. This is a new story arc following what happened before in the previous series there were two separate ones, one called Kick-Ass and one called Hit Girl. So this is the events after that. So you may want to pick this up if you read those. Yes. And if you didn't read those, I believe you can still get into it, but it is going to have a little bit of information that was from the previous series, so you might not know exactly what's happening.
Some of the same people, Mindy, Dave, and Patience are all in this. So
I watched the movie, but it's been a very long time since I watched the movie. So
all right. Our next book is Marvel Action Chillers, written by Jeremy Whitley, and the cover art is Sweeney Boo. I love that name.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
For whatever reason, it doesn't say who the actual artist is, so
yeah,
that's who the cover artist is.
It's super cool, and it's kid-friendly. The chilling grip of the ancient Darkhold threatens the Marvel heroes, and it's up to Doctor Strange and Ironheart to save the day. But there's more to this terrifying mystery as they are forced to follow the trail of Darkhold, the trail he leaves behind, discovering lost stories full of scares and thrills. This is pretty much a 4-part miniseries, and it has a bunch of different artists all throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that's possible.
So it's going to be different stories. And yeah, it's only 4 books, so you should definitely get it, and it's kid-friendly. So that's a whole nother reason to have, Marvel Action introduce that to them because they'll really love it.
And I will say this first story, like she said, it follows Doctor Strange and Ironheart. They're trying to help Tony Stark because he gets taken by the Thing. Okay, the next book is Taskmaster by Marvel. The writer is Jed MacKay and the artist is Alessandro Vitti. So, in this one, if you know who Taskmaster is, then you know that he is able to replicate the movements and fighting style of anyone he observes. So, in this one, it's thought that Taskmaster has murdered Maria Hill, the a shield operative who was supposed to have like retired, but Nick Fury shows up and he's like, nah, she would never really retire. She's just working on personal projects now. But she's been murdered and everybody thinks Taskmaster did it. So they've sent Black Widow after him. And he's like, uh-oh. I'm gonna die.
Exactly that.
And so Nick Fury is like, no, you got in my car, so I know you didn't kill her. Because you wouldn't have gotten my car if you had killed her. And he's like, you're right. So yeah, so he has to have Nick Fury's help to get proven innocent so that Black Widow will not murder him.
It's always the problem.
Yeah. It actually seems pretty good. This is apparently a 5-part miniseries. When I read this the other night, I was like, this could be done in like a 12-part. Well, apparently it's only a 5-part, so it could be done as a 5-part.
All right. Oh, this is a publisher I've never seen before.
Who's that?
Mad Cave?
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, they have some stuff. I'm so happy how it lined up. Okay, keep going.
Perfect. Oh, man. Okay. This is Terminal Punks, written by Matthew Irvin, and the art and the cover art is by Shelby Criswell. This is about 4 punk teens that are en route to a big show in the Big Apple, New York, and things go monstrously wrong, and mutant animals are unleashed in the airport where they are, and they have to put on their combat boots and fly their black flag and survive this viral genetic mutant nightmare. It's pretty much a love letter to music and rebellion. It has got really cool, simplistic art, but yeah, it's got a little gore in it too.
It's actually pretty good.
It's good.
So I actually had time to like read this week's comics, and
yeah,
I thought that one was pretty good.
Yeah, it's teen plus, but not too terrible.
Teen plus really just because of the gore.
Like, yeah, that's it.
And the gore is so cartoony.
It's not that bad. Yeah. Ugh, fine, you get it. You can have it.
Get it. Yay. Okay, so just before I start with this one, you know which one it is. We haven't really been into Punchline because we're just like, eh.
I didn't get the Batman 89. I didn't go like when everybody was like hyped for it and oh my gosh.
Yeah, we weren't really super
into the art.
Into it. I mean, it's just whatever. But this is a one-shot.
It's pretty good.
And now I really need to know what happened in the Joker War because I read this one and it's real good and I really like it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But so this takes place after the Joker War. They've caught Punchline and she has to go through trial to determine whether she's innocent or not. But I really love this character's design. I really love this story.
And this book is
kind of excited.
Pretty.
It is. The art inside is very pretty. It looks just like this cover on the inside.
We're here for it.
Yeah. So
pick it up.
If you follow Joker War, you'll want to continue with this because it does continue after the Joker War. And this is really just to set you up for, I assume there's going to be a Punchline story.
Yeah, continuation.
Story,
but this is technically a one-shot and it's real thick, so.
Yeah. So pick it up, read it. It's great. It's pretty. I like it.
You just don't want to put it down. You're like, let's make it the Punchline hour. All right, guys. Our next one is from Boom Studios. You will recognize it. It is Power Rangers, written by Ryan Parrott, and artist is Francesco Mortarino. Yeah, And cover art is by Matteo Scalera. So this is 2 new series, 2 new teams. The Unlimited Power era is the next big Power Rangers epic. It's perfect for longtime fans and new readers alike. So in this story, a new cosmic threat is revealed that only the original Power Rangers, now known as the Omega Rangers, which is Jason, Trini, and Zach, can hope to defeat. They're going to have to use Draken in their plans, but since Zordon forbids contacting Draken, they're going to have to go rogue to save the universe. And they are also going to go up against their Mighty Morphin allies.
Okay, so I was reading this one, and, like, I thought that it was missing something. I was like, this had to have been talked about in the previous thing, but I don't think it actually was. I think it's just, like, boom, right into it. It's right into it.
New team, new series. So, yeah, guys, pick this up. If you're a Mighty Morphin person, you're going to need to get onto this story. It's going to be cool. I can talk about this one.
This one is going to be Sammy's because she actually knows about this universe and I don't.
All right. So some of you, if you are big fans, you will recognize this. This is an Aftershock comic, Miskatonic. The writer is Mark Sable. The artist is Giorgio Pontrelli. And the cover art is by Jeremy Hahn and Nick Filardi. The 2 different covers. I think this one is...
That's A.
Yes. But I really love this cover. It's very beautiful. I love full pictures that are colored all the way to the edges that are just like not implied. But Miskatonic Valley, where this takes place, it holds many mysteries. There are cultists worshiping old gods, a doctor dead set on resurrecting the recently deceased, a house overrun by rats in the walls, and none more recent than a series of bombings targeting the valley's elites. These are all the different small stories that are going to go on in here, and then they'll bleed together. They all reach a breaking point when this investigator, Miranda Keller, is sent to stop the bombings. And to J. Edgar Hoover from the FBI, there is no explanation other than it's got to be like the Red Scare in the 1920s. But when she digs too deep, she uncovers all the occult conspiracy, and it may cost her her job and her mind, her sanity. This is a Lovecraftian story. If you guys didn't already recognize Miskatonic, there are weird, what's the word? Not amphibian, but aqua-related creatures.
I kept calling them fish people.
Fish people? If you've ever heard of Innsmouth from the Lovecraftian story, yes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a slow burn, but anybody who is a fan of Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft, you definitely need to have this in your collection. This is going to be a really, really good one. And obviously, oh wow.
So there's a bunch of those, like, little things in there that if you're a fan of Lovecraftian stories,
you'll recognize
then you're going to recognize it. But if you're like me and you've never ever read or really done anything with anything Lovecraft, then you can still read it and it still makes sense, but it will have those good little
tidbits. Yeah,
that,
it's like going on the tip of the iceberg, and it brushes this whole entire world that you never even knew of. So yeah, think of Innsmouth when you think of this, but this is going to be really, really good. I've already picked it up and put it in my box.
Okay, so the next one we're going to talk about is Scarent Hood. So
this looks neat.
This one is actually pretty good. I read it like I read the other ones. It's so much easier to talk about these things once you've actually read it instead of just being like, what's it about the stuff. So this one is a slow build up to it. So it does get a little tedious at first when you're reading it because you're like, yep. You
gotta establish parent mode.
Yep.
That's the life.
But then it starts getting into some stuff. Because, okay, so there's a dad and he drops his kid off at school. There's something going up where there's no mom. I don't know if she's gone or if she's there, but she's not there currently. So it's just about parenting and how hard it is as a single parent to do this parenting thing. And the parents start talking to each other and they start telling stories about how one of the parents, his brother went missing years and years ago when they were kids. And they're like, whatever, you're dumb. You're saying your brother disappeared underneath the stage in the school. That's stupid. So the parents, like, dare each other. They're like, then go do it. And they're like, well, that's stupid. Fine. And the dad gets down there and his power runs out on his phone and he comes out from under the stage and it's 10 hours later. And he's like, I was literally under there for 5 seconds. What happened? So then some crazy stuff starts happening. And yeah, you got to pick this one up because it is pretty interesting. It goes from just being people with strange accents talking and being weird and being parents. Yeah, I don't know where they're from. It's either from English, like England, or they're somewhere not here. They're not from Tennessee, I can tell you that.
But I won't lie, she read it and she goes, oh, okay. At the very end, she was like, I like that. That was pleasantly surprising. So
yeah, so this one is actually pretty good. So I recommend picking it up. And I'm sorry if my description wasn't good enough because I just kind of was like, this is what happens, guys.
We've just kind of been going a little
there's
crazy
monsters.
We broke from our format I've been
we broke from our format
a mess for the day. All right, you guys. This is Dark Knight Death Metal Infinite Hour XX Extreme.
Extreme.
I feel like we should like pop open a energy drink. Anyways, yes, Red Bull. So in this one, obviously from the last book, Perpetua, mother of all existence, she culled all life and creation in the multiverse and condensed all the beings to one planet, Earth Prime. In her quest for power and dominance, she rules absolutely and in totality. She has the monitors and the anti-monitors as her heralds and destructors, of course, but a group of heroes has banded together across multiple worlds in a last-ditch effort to stop her from destroying things. So you're going to see Owlman, President Superman, Iris West, Captain Carrot, Guy Gardner. They all are going to make a final stand.
Captain Carrot.
Yeah. Captain
also,
Carrot.
It doesn't even mention this one is about Lobo. So if you like Lobo, he's in this one.
I know.
I mean, I don't know how many of the other ones he's been in, but he's like very like obvious in this one.
I had a split second. What? And it was because it was an ad.
Oh,
freaking ad with Punchline in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, octopuses!
Right at the end.
It was giant squid. I was excited. Super excited. Ooh. All right, but yeah, get this. You know the death metal. Get it. You got to get all the pieces and parts. Oh, so many.
There's a couple of other new ones over there, but this is what we picked out to show you for this week.
Totally.
So other than that, don't forget to wear your masks. Don't forget about the show this weekend on Saturday.
Yes.
It is right across. It's not right across the street. It's right across the parking lot over next to Badcock Furniture. And if you haven't already, go online to rickscomiccity.com and pick out your time slot. That gives you a guaranteed 30 minutes in the show because we're having to limit it to 30 people at a time. Masks are required to enter the show. It's going to have Nicholas Brennan, who played Xander from Buffy there. He's going to be signing things.
He was also in Criminal Minds.
He was also in Criminal Minds.
But we're going to have a local tattoo shop there. The Shop. Cool guys. There are going to be other vendors. It's just going to be really awesome. So make sure, again, get on rickscomiccity.com and sign up for a time.
It's free.
It's free. And when you get there, we'll have your name at the door. So we'll be able to make sure whoever signed up for their slot gets in.
Yep. So. All right. So that is it for today. We will see you soon and hope you guys have a good day and pick up some good comics.
Yay. Bye, guys.
Bye.